And then we're gonna have some weed brownies.
Another what? What the fuck?
Man, that one just didn't even register. It was like, I might blow you up, but I don't care about my job. I'm trying to get fired.
I don't want to live anymore.
Yeah. Do you like the Did you like when we were watching the Bananas in Pyjamas like music video for Mellow Yellow, and I was like riffing on it? And then there was that one bit where they just randomly walk into the shop, the
Rat in the Hat shop.
The Rat in the Hat's shop, and they're just taking money out of the cash register. Like, what the fuck?
One of my friends brought that up as well, and he was also like, what the fuck?
Did they just orchestrate this entire plan to get everyone dancing and like rhythmically going along with the music? So like while they're distracted by the dancing, they could just like rob the fucking place?
Well, I don't blame them. The rat can be a little shit sometimes.
Is he like the Bananas in Pyjamas version of like the bear from Spyro? Where he's just like trying to scam people?
Kinda, but I think also he's just silly at times.
Oh, he's just a little bit silly.
He's just a rat.
That's what I'm gonna say. I'm a rat, I'm a rat, I'm a very clever rat.
I'm a cunt, I'm a cunt, I'm a very clever cunt. I'm a rat, no wait, no, I'm a cunt.
I'm an asshole, he's an asshole, he's an asshole.
That was like #1 on like one of Triple J's hottest 100s.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
I just remember there was a an old sprite animated video on Newgrounds of Mega Man going around singing that.
Oh,
it's like,
God.
I'm an asshole, he's an asshole.
Alright.
I walk around in the summertime saying, how about this heat?
Yeah. Alright, I'll go to one of these stages.
I'm an asshole, he's an asshole, he's an asshole.
Fuck it, we'll go Baby Park. Or as I like to call Chaos Park.
Baby, isn't that the one that's just literally like goes around in circles?
Yeah, but it's
repeatedly.
chaotic.
I think I love the bit in the Mario movie where it cuts back to like Baby Mario and Baby Luigi.
Oh yeah!
It's cute, but then like they have a bully kid like making fun of
Luigi. It looks like Logan Paul!
And I was just leaned over, I'm like...
It's Logan Paul.
He dabbed on them haters.
Oh my god, right, so Mitch here ended up trying one of like the Prime drinks.
I did.
Although, while he was trying to get it, he did ended up in probably a fist fight with some little kid.
And then...
being like, no, that's my fucking drink! It was the funniest shit.
And then I killed the kid, and then Amy leaned over to me and said, "You've just committed a war crime."
like honestly.
And then Astrid helped me to hide the body, so it was fine.
Take a chill pill, kids. It's just a fucking drink. It's just Gator.
It's not just a drink. It's a way of life, you frickin' fricks.
It's kids are only losing this shit over it because it's got Logan Paul and KSI in it.
It's my favorite drink. I like it so much. I want all of it. Plug it straight into my veins.
It's just fucking Gatorade.
It's fucking sweet Gatorade.
Oh yeah, it's really sweet. I ended up having a little sip of it, which I feel gross about.
I think it's too sweet, and I can see why kids like it. Because like kids don't know any better, and they are always go towards the things that are like super like
very popular.
like sickeningly sweet like kind of drinks.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was the same way. As a kid, I was like super into chocolate, but as I got older, I treated it as more of like a sometimes food.
Yeah.
Nom 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 nom.
Cookie Monster.
Nom nom nom. It is a sometimes food.
I do love.
Do you remember the
chocolate.
Veggie Monster?
Oh yeah, cause temporarily they made Cookie Monster like into vegetables.
Do you remember the crack cocaine monster?
Oh yeah, Cookie Monster got really into cocaine at one point, and then he had to go to rehab.
He had to go to rehab, so he wasn't on Sesame Street for like 2 years, but then he came back and he seemed to have kicked the habit. He was fine.
Yeah, he was fine. He was alright.
He worked through some demons, some personal demons.
Eventually, he still gets like cravings for cocaine, but then goes to Coca-Cola.
He's just.
Then goes to Coca-Cola because that's cocaine anyway.
No, well, I used to have cocaine in it, but mainly he treats cookies as his anti-drug.
Oh yeah. The moral of this.
It helps me with the cravings.
It sure does with the cravings. The moral of the story is never make Cookie Monster go away from his cookies.
Now it just gives me a sugar high. Nom nom nom.
I remember, like, in Search and Learn Adventures, which is like a Creative Wonders game, you can see, like, Cookie Monster with vegetables.
Oh, that's cool.
And being like, for, like, the food fair or something, like a food festival.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I loved that game so much when I was a kid. I loved the Sesame Street games.
Mon.
Cookie Monster evolves into
Digivolves?
Cocaine Monster.
Do you remember the time that Angela Anaconda digivolved into Angelamon, and then you look it up on the Digimon wiki, and it says that Angelamon is a champion level Digimon, and if it is an official part of the Digimon wiki and a canon part of the Digimon the movie runtime, then technically that implies the existence of an Ultimate and Mega level version of Angelamon. So when are we going to see that, gamers?
I hope never.
Hashtag make Angelamon canon. Do it, cowards.
No.
Make Angelamon canon.
I'd rather not, because honestly, and I'm gonna be blunt, I have like a massive hate burner for like the Saban dub of Digimon.
My name is Angela.
Angela Anaconda's another subject, but I have a massive hate burner for like the Saban dub of Digimon Adventure. Don't get me wrong, I grew up with it. I loved it when I was a kid. I still hold like nostalgia for it. But when I started properly watching it, I think in like 2011, 2012,
Yeah.
that's when I realized how garbage it was. I had like an ex-friend bring up how bad it was, and another friend of mine who prefers like Japanese versions of things because they're like hot Japanese, which fair enough.
Yeah.
Mention it's really bad, and I think they were hearing me watching it being like, the Japanese version is better. And I did look at the Japanese version of like Digimon at one point and thought, what the fuck? I feel lied to. There's like extra
Damn
footage
it.
and extra shit.
I got hit by
Like,
like
what the
3
fuck?
red turtle shells. That's ridiculous. So this is going to be ha 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 ha. I love what you speed to. Man, Agretsuko? Retsuko.
Agretsuko.
Agretsuko. Agretsuko?
Agretsuko.
No, I don't think there's a Suko in there. I think it's just
Aggress your mom!
I think it's just Agretsuko.
Whatever.
I've been saying it wrong the entire time. I kept calling it Agretsuko and calling her Retsuko, but it's Retsuko and Agretsuko.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I'm so stupid. Is this F-Zero?
Yes.
Fuck your mum backwards. This is amazing. I love the look of
This
this.
is-
This is why they should make a new F-Zero game.
Yeah, what the hell?
Slap my ass and call me Susie. They better announce a new F-Zero at the next E4. E3, whatever. Fuck me.
Nintendo Direct E3's dead.
Oh yeah, E3 is dead. Yeah, I think... You want to know what's interesting?
What?
There was a bunch of vague tweets from like journalists and stuff before the pandemic happened. Like before we even knew what COVID was, implying that E3 wasn't like going to go ahead that year. And then
No.
COVID happened like after that, and that was their excuse for not going ahead with it. But I just want to know what did these like insiders, like, what did they know if they knew something was going to happen before there was even any news about, like, a pandemic? That's
shit.
bizarre. That's like a conspiracy right there.
Oh shit, you're gonna make the conspiracy theorists come out. Oh no.
Nah,
Please no.
I'm only kidding around. That's just like a tweet that I saw.
Nuts.
What was I...
I'm gonna miss E3.
Oh.
It was funny.
What I was going to say is that this is one of those things that we don't see eye to eye on, because I have a massive nostalgia boner for the English dub of Digimon Adventure.
Oh yeah.
It is... one of my favorite things is I will use the English names to describe the Digimon and the Digidestined, and Dewey will like always correct me with the Japanese names,
First
like the
off,
freaking weeb that he is.
Actually, they're called the Chosen Children.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Digidestined just have a better wing to it.
No, they're called the Chosen Children. And
What is Gatomon called?
Tailmon.
Gatomon's a better name. Fuck you.
What?
I'm kidding.
How?
I'm kidding. I don't know.
Actually, you know the one name that pisses me off that they changed?
Who's Matt? Who's Matt in the Japanese one?
Yamato.
Yamato! Actually, it's pretty cool. I like Yamato. Yamato. Yamato.
Izzy is Koshiro.
Nice.
I think TK's Takuro?
I remember being so
Tai is
confused.
Taichi.
Wasn't this is like a fever
Kari
dream?
is Hikari.
Yeah.
Sora is still Sora.
Nice,
I think,
nice.
I think Joe is still Joe.
One thing that like messed me up when I was younger is when Digimon Season 3 came out, there was this like older female character that had a similar hairstyle to older Kari and looked like Kari and had the same English voice actor as Kari, and it messed and was their teacher, and it said that she became a teacher at the end of O2, and so it messed me up and made me think like, hey, this is Kari. It wasn't freaking Kari.
It wasn't.
Especially because Digimon Adventure 1 and 2 are fictional, like, creations in the universe of Digimon 03.
I just remembered when I was trying to watch, like, the start of Season 2, like,
Yeah.
like dubbed, I had a massive headache and I was like, fuck this, I'm done. Especially some of the lines some of the lines in, like, one episode where the bad guy was like, why do I always get the last pizza slice? And I'm just like...
That's amazing! Are you kidding me? That's awesome! One of my favorite lines...
It's so cringe!
One of my favorite lines is when Davis is just like, why won't anyone listen to me? And then Veemon's like, what'd he say? And then in the Digimon movie where it's like, you're not the one with the tragic backstory. Get over it. And then Davis, after crying, is just like, okay.
I hate that scene so much.
I love that the Digimon movie is literally just like, they saw Pokemon the first movie, it's just like, Fox Kids were like, quick, we gotta throw something together. Does Digimon have a movie? It has 3 short films. Fuck it, just tape them together, find an excuse later, just Frankenstein it. Whatever.
It's so bad. It's the one I watched the most as a kid, so I still have nostalgia for it because of it, but it's also really bad.
Absolutely amazing. I recently watched a Tom Scar video that was just like the best use of All-Star in like early 2000s movies. And
Actually, I remember when I saw Shrek and was like, oh,
Yeah.
that song was a Digimon.
Yeah, right? I heard it in Digimon first, which is why it like confused me hearing it in Shrek. I'm like, hey, that's the Digimon song.
Yeah, same. That's how I felt.
And it just gave me like so much nostalgia for like stuff like Rat Race and Inspector Gadget. Because like movies, they just don't make them like they used to.
No.
They should make a 3rd Inspector Gadget live-action movie, and I will not sleep until they do.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
What, that I'm going on a sleep strike? What is it called? Hunger strike.
Sleep strike.
Yeah.
I don't know about a hunger strike.
I'll go on a hunger strike. I'm down to a B cup.
Oh, wow.
Have you seen that episode of The Simpsons where Homer goes on a hunger strike?
Oh, yeah, that was really sad.
When in the commercials when he says like I'm down to a B cup, I thought he said I'm down to a teacup, like a cup of tea.
Merge, I'm a teacup.
Merge, I'm down to a teacup.
Merge, I'm a little...
That's a pretty big pair of tits, homie.
Merge, I'm a little teapot.
Merge, I'm a little teapot, short and stout.
I know.
Here's my handle, here is my
Here's
spout.
my handle, here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, I shout, "Do!
Do! Do!
Homer!"
Homer.
I actually feel really bad for Marge's voice actor. You can tell she's putting a lot of strain on her voice trying
she's
to
seen better days.
still do that. Like, I don't... Obviously, you gotta get that
I
bag,
swear
but...
the reason they stopped The Simpsons is because one of the OG voice actors passed away. I'm just gonna be like...
Probably,
I
it's
get
it's about time.
I get it, but also... Fuck.
Well, I think Simpsons has gone on long enough. I don't think Disney's gonna let their cash cow end,
No.
per se,
They're
but...
not, they're not gonna let it end, but...
They're not gonna let it end. Are you the type of person who thought that, when Disney got The Simpsons, that they sort of, cut off the edges? Like, they weren't as edgy as they used to be?
Kinda?
So the first time that I saw the Cars movie, I wasn't a massive fan of it. I'm not even sure I finished it. But me and my partner recently rewatched it.
Yep. Disney Plus.
And I have to say, I think I enjoyed it a lot more watching it with someone than watching it on my own the first time around. I actually enjoyed it so much that we did a double feature and we ended up watching Cars and Cars 3 in the same night. It's weird because they never made a Cars 2. They just skipped straight to 3. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, you know what else did that? Gert Simulator. They skipped 2 and went straight to 3.
That's so strange. It's really weird too that like the Shrek movies, they made Shrek 1, 2, and then Shrek goes forth or whatever. What was that called?
Shrek Forever After.
Forever After. Yeah, that's the one. It's weird that they called the third movie Shrek Forever After. It's very strange numbering.
Yeah, very strange indeed.
Yeah, what the hell? Oh no, I don't have the auto thing anymore.
Oh yeah, this stage is very confusing.
Yeah.
It's from Mario Kart Tour.
Oh, that's
the mobile
cool.
game.
I actually found it very interesting because there was actually a controversy with Mario Kart Tour where what was it? I think
it wasn't actual people, it was AI.
I think someone thought Luigi's Lederhosen in like one of the German stages was like racist or something like that.
Oh shit.
Or people thought like that's not an accurate representation of like a German person.
Oh damn, I was talking about a whole different controversy.
What was your controversy? Oh, the NPC players, they were CPUs rather than competing players?
Yeah, they're not online people, they're bots.
Okay. That is interesting.
Well, that's what I heard in one like video essay like years ago.
It was very cool though. I liked Cars and I enjoyed the
skipping straight to 3 was lit.
probably the
nuts.
best idea.
It's the best idea, and I personally recommend it unless you like silly side
Because
stories.
that's the interesting thing though is I don't think you're missing out on anything by like not watching Cars 2. Cars 2 was like the TV spin-off of Cars movies.
Oh yeah.
Right? And like even when like it was revealed that spoilers for like an old movie, but even when it was revealed that like Doc Martin was like no longer around, like I didn't like feel like I needed that context to like understand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was just fine the way it was.
Yeah.
Kachow.
Kachow.
And the whole message at the end of Cars 3 about like wanting to relive your glory days, but also knowing when it's time to like step back and tutor the next generation of like. Yeah. I think that's very cool.
It's a very good lesson.
And like Lightning McQueen decides to step out of the spotlight to
give it to someone else.
See, that is a good ending because like I think that's a risky ending in a way that what the fuck? I didn't realize I was second. Holy shit.
Because you're Luigi.
Number 2.
You're always number 2.
Hey, baby Mario. I'm baby Luigi. I'm doing a number 2. You are a number 2.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia.
You stinky, Luigi. He's stinky.
Well, you're adopted, Mario.
No. You're adopted.
No, you're adopted.
No, yo. Uno reverse card. Mamma mia.
Mamma mia.
Luigi's precious though.
I like Luigi.
Luigi is a precious cinnamon bun that needs to be protected.
There's always been like this joke about like Luigi never being in the spotlight, but I think in the Mario canon, he never wanted the spotlight. Like he's the type of person who wants to step back and like let Mario get all the attention because he just wants to be there for his brother. He's the support, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
He's just he wants to be there for his brother in a way that that doesn't require any pressure on him to be in the spotlight, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
What is this might be a massive detour, Mario detour, but Mario Kart detour. I was thinking, do you believe aliens exist?
Yes.
Genuinely?
Yes.
Why?
My reasoning is because they are many planets and galaxies out there in the universe, so
True.
it makes sense that some being should be out there.
I do think that there should be somewhere in the universe that it like is just the right temperature, like surrounding a sun very similar to us, that should be able to sustain life, right?
Yeah,
and we have
because I doubt Earth's gonna survive forever.
Certainly not going to be around forever. I think, yeah. And one of the interesting things to think about is that the world doesn't belong to us. We're basically just passing through, right?
We really are.
In the grand scheme of things, not just in like the sense of like in modern day, like there's so many people, so as an individual we're insignificant. But we're insignificant in like in terms of like both time and space. Like you could go as far back into. So okay, this is actually really interesting because I was curious about this for a while. I wanted to look up what the first ever documented human was, right? Like the first human to ever be documented. Jeez, I went all the way back to 7th. Anyway,
Rip.
so and I can't remember his name, but I think he was like a farmer, and the first like documented human was like back in 8,000 BC, right?
Holy shit.
Now, when you think about that, if BC is the original film and AD is the sequel, we are currently up to 2023. We haven't even caught up to the original film yet.
What?
That is how insignificant we are. And when you realize that Earth has been around for like whatever billions of years, I guess.
Yeah.
I can't remember the exact number. But when you think about that, you realize like, wow, we are a blip on the radar of this world, and it's not just that we're insignificant. It's also that like, and by the way, I view that not in a cynical way. I view that very much in a like, hey, you know, we shouldn't worry so much about like what people think about us because
yeah,
like
definitely.
we're only here for a little while and we may as well be happy, right?
Yeah,
we may as well do whatever it
that's
takes to be happy.
That's why I'm like, you know, to an extent, not completely.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, to an extent, cringe culture is dead.
Oh, yeah.
Do whatever the fuck you like. Do what makes you happy. As long as you're not hurting anyone else,
yeah.
You're not hurting yourself, and you're not doing anything like extreme or like uncomfortable.
So what I've always said is that
So while on one hand, yes, cringe culture is dead.
Yeah.
On the other hand, you know, be responsible, be respectful.
Yeah.
And be a learner.
So what I've always said is that I would much rather, if I was at a house party and I had the choice to hang out with the type of person that would make fun of socially awkward people and a socially awkward person, I would hang out with the socially awkward person.
Yeah.
Because the person making fun of the socially awkward guy, he's not cool, like, right? He's not a cool guy. He's just an asshole.
No.
I would not feel comfortable around him. I wouldn't want to be his friend. Like that's whatever, right?
Yeah.
On the other hand, I do think there's like...
There are times you do need to like call a person out and be like, hey,
exactly.
You're being a cunt.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, please.
I think when it comes to cringe culture, there's like two types. There's the ones where it's like, this is like... okay, well, I have like my opinion on it is multifaceted. I think it's fine to observe from a distance as long as you're not being a cunt and you're not like ruining the person's life.
Oh yeah, that's the thing people don't get with lolcows is that they try to go up to them personally and try to like get to know them and shit.
Yeah, I don't. It's.
Yeah, like you're better off just keeping a distance from certain people.
It's better to.
And by that I mean people like Christian.
It's better to observe than to engage, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I do have like a flip side though, where like on one hand I do think it's important to obviously treat like everyone as people.
Yeah, no
like,
shit.
Just give everyone basic human respect. I also think that there are some lolcows that do need to be like not even just slapped on the wrist. They need to be like held down and be like, hey, can you stop like making other people uncomfortable? You need to
you know, the fuck out. Like I know I'm annoying as fuck.
Yeah,
I know
sometimes
I made people uncomfortable.
sometimes
I know I fucked up on a lot of shit.
Sometimes
and I've tried my best to learn, move forward, and be responsible when necessary. I'm not perfect at it, but still.
I do think there is a huge difference though between people who are socially awkward and are generally unaware, and people that are socially awkward and sort of like basically use their mental illness as an excuse to like be like, oh, it's okay for me to make other people feel uncomfortable. It's okay for me to, you know, be loud, annoying, or even manipulative in some cases.
No.
It's like, it's fine because I have X mental illness. And it's like, no.
Just cause...
Bad behavior does not get like glorified
Just because you've been mentally abused, been through like nasty fucked up shit, it does not excuse you being a fucking asshole.
How did we get here?
I have no idea.